This video is yoga for a broken heart. Hi, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to go through a yoga sequence that you can do if you have had some heartache in your life recently. It can help you to find some peace and to keep your heart open, which can be really important if we're feeling some heartache. A lot of times we want to put up some walls and keep ourselves from feeling this pain. And we're going to start just by sitting comfortably. We can rest our hands on our knees, and we're going to just breathe. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Close the eyes if that helps you stay with your breath. And just let my voice guide you. And we're going to do something that seems counterintuitive. We're going to allow ourselves to feel. A lot of times if we're feeling hurt, if we're feeling pain, we have a tendency to want to run away from it. And we're not going to do that right now. We're actually going to sit with it. We're going to allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling. Just stay with it. Not trying to change anything. Allowing yourself to feel these emotions. Staying with your breath whenever your thoughts wander off. Good job. And slowly come back to the breath. Open your eyes if you need to. And then when you're ready, just come onto your hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll begin by gently just moving from side to side. Turn the head and shoulders to one side, drop the hips to the opposite side. Moving comfortably, moving naturally. Just allowing yourself to stay in this present moment. If the mind wanders off, bring it back. And then take a wide stance with your knees. Bring your big toes together. Slowly, gently drop yourself down, down, down. Walk your hands out, just making your way to child's pose. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Allowing yourself to rest here for a few moments. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Just release the Hips to the heels. Release the shoulders to the ground. On your next in-breath, just slowly, gently come up. And maybe bring yourself forward, opening up the chest nice and gently. We can make a little flow out of it. Bring the hips back. Come back to child's pose. Inhale, just come back up, nice and easy. Just open up the chest, really work to bring the shoulder blades together, let the head fall back, look up at the ceiling if that feels good. Maybe pushing your toes into the mat. And come back to child's pose. This is a really restorative posture. And come back up. Good job. Just allow yourself to come to your hands and knees. We'll move through some cat-cow. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the head. Exhale, push the mat away with the hands, roll the hips in, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, come back up. Release the belly, lift the head, lift the hips. Exhale, roll in. Inhale, just come back up. A couple more times. And then when you're ready, just get ready to go into down dog. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips up, shoulders down. You can keep your knees bent at first. And see if you can push the mat away with the hands. Shoot your tailbone up even further. Then maybe just walk it out. Bend one leg as you straighten the other. Just taking your time here. Really honoring your body, honoring yourself. Walk your feet forward. Just make your way into a forward fold. Again, if you want, you can pedal your feet. Maybe hug your elbows. Straighten your legs if that feels right, or keep a slight bend to them. Slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Take it easy. Bring your arms up. Maybe lean back. Bring your hands to prayer position, down to heart center. Pressing the thumbs into the sternum. Activating your heart center. Bring your arms up. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards your toes. Just pedal the feet. Bend one leg as you straighten the other. Working to work out any tension or tightness that you might be feeling in your hamstrings or your calves. Come up halfway, lift and lengthen. Soften your gaze, drop your head down a little bit, bring your shoulder blades together. Maybe have your hands by your knees, right above your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. Bring the arms up. Hands to prayer position. Exhale, just bring them to heart center. We can press our thumbs into the sternum perhaps. Just breathing. We can just do some shoulder rotations. Bring the shoulders up and around and back. Allowing this to be very restorative, very gentle. And reverse. One more. Good job. And then just leave the right foot forward, step the left foot back, take a wide stance with your feet. Just make your way into warrior one. Bring the arms up. Line the arms up with the ears. Have the front heel lined up with the back heel or arch. The back foot should be at a 45 or 90 degree angle in regards to the front foot. Keep the chest lined up with the short side of the mat. Make sure you can see that big toe on the right side. When you're ready, drop your hands back behind your back, release your fingers together. Just allow your chest to open up. Feel the shoulder blades draw together. Let the head fall back. Maybe lift your hands away from your hips. And then just fold forward over that right leg. Lifting up out of the pose. Bring the arms up. Going to humble warrior. Unlace the fingers, bring them back to the mat. Step the right foot back. Go back to down dog. Just walk it out. Hips up, shoulders down. Move through chaturanga. You can come to plank or kneeling plank, whichever you prefer. Maybe take it easy. Squeeze the elbows into the sides. Come up to a cobra. Just push the pelvis into the floor. Bring the toes together. Slide the shoulder blades down the back as we lift up the chest. Make your way into up dog. Head comes back. Push the hands into the mat. All 10 toenails point behind you and are pushed into the mat. Roll over on the toes. Go back to down dog. Hips come up. Shoulders come down. Just walk it out. And then walk your feet forward. Going back to a forward fold. Slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. Bring the arms up. Hands to prayer position. Bring them down to heart center. Pressing the thumbs into the collarbone, the sternum. Arms come up. Hands come to prayer position. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards the toes. Just walk it out if that feels good. Come up halfway. Bring the shoulder blades together. Sliding them together and down the back. Open up the chest, engage the core. Let the head hang a little heavy. Oftentimes when we do this one, we lift the head up naturally. Exhale, fold forward, reach towards the floor. Maybe pedal the feet, bend one leg as you straighten the other. Slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up, hands come to prayer position. Exhale, bring them back to heart center. And then when you're ready, just do some shoulder rotations. Going forward at first, working to take any tension out of your shoulders. Good job, and then just reverse. And one more. Well done. This time leave the left foot forward, step the right foot back. Line the front heel up with the back heel or arch. Line the chest up with the short side of the mat. Arms come up. Bend the left leg. Try to bring the arms up so they're aligned with the shoulders. Maybe bring the hands to prayer position if that works for you. Keep the back leg really firm through the pinky toe side of the leg. And then when you're ready, bring the hands back behind the back, release the fingers together. Let the head fall back, open up the chest. Maybe lift the hands away from the hips. And then just fold forward over that left leg, angling the body off to the corner of the mat. Lift the arms up, making your way into humble warrior. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Release the hands to the mat. Make your way back to down dog. Hips up, shoulders down. Just walk it out. Bend one leg as you straighten the other. Slowly make your way to plank or kneeling plank. Hug the elbows into the sides as you come down. Make your way up to cobra. And then push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Slowly make your way to a seated position. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Leave your left leg bent. Point your toes up towards the ceiling. On the in-breath, we can bring both of our arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Just reach towards the toes. Allowing yourself to relax and release into the pose. Breathing comfortably, breathing naturally. And walk your hands back towards you. Switch sides. Stretch out the left leg as you bend the right leg. Bring the arms up on the in-breath. Exhale, just fold forward, hinge from the hips, reach towards the toes. And lift the head slightly so we aren't rounding our spine. And on the exhale, see if you can just release into the posture a little bit more. Just stay with the breath. Whenever the breath wanders off, gently but firmly call it back. Whenever the mind wanders off, call it back to the breath. Slowly walk your hands back. Lift up the right leg. Cross the right leg over the left. Wrap that left arm around the right leg. Bring the right hand back behind the hips, fingers pointed out. Walk the palm of the hand in close to the hips. Sit up tall. Engage your core. And gently turn to the right side. Just looking over that right shoulder. If you'd like to make it a more intense stretch, you can put your elbow up against your knee. Maybe make a mudra with your hands. Good job. Come back to center. Switch sides, stretch out the right leg, bend the left leg. Just cross that left foot over the right. Left hand comes back behind the hips, fingers pointed back behind you. Wrap the arm around the leg. Engage the core, sit up tall. So the closer you bring your hand in towards your hips, the more of a chance you're going to have your back stacked up over your hips. If you want to make it a more intense stretch, bring the elbow to the knee. Right shoulder comes forward, left shoulder comes back. Slowly come back to center. Good job. Stretch out both legs. And on the in-breath, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, reach towards your toes, slightly lifting your head so we're not rounding the spine. You really want to make sure that you fold forward from your hips, not your low back. Just allow yourself to relax and release into the posture. Good job. Slowly come back. And we can just lie back onto the mat. Come to the center of the mat, bend the legs. Grab a block if you have one. We'll do a couple supported postures. We can start off by taking the block, and you can either have it like this or like this, but we want to put it along our spine so that we can do a fish pose. Come up on your elbows and just place it on your low back. You want to be able to stretch your legs out and allow your head to fall back, your shoulders to open up. If you're able to, turn the block like this and just place it along your spine like this. You want to be able to open up your shoulder blades, straighten your legs, just let your head fall back, open up your chest, feel your shoulder blades to come together. You can have the palms facing up. If you don't have a block, by all means, you can slide your hands under your hips, bring your elbows together, just pop your chest open, let your head fall back, point your toes, just opening up your chest, like somebody's pulling a marionette string on your chest to open it up. Good job. Slowly allow yourself to come back. Bring the feet in close to the hips. You can take your block. Maybe have it like this and just push your heels into the floor, lift your hips up, slide the block under your hips. We want the block under the coccyx. There's a little bone that comes out at the very base of your tailbone. Just slide it under that bone and allow your hips to open up. Just staying with your breath, relaxing, releasing. Good job. Slowly lift the hips, move the block, and bring both knees into the chest. Place one hand on the right knee, the left hand on the left knee. Just squeeze them into the chest. Do some little circles. Going really slow. Go slower than you want to go. And reverse. Squeeze the right leg in, stretch the left leg out. And then switch sides. And then just stretch it on your mat for a moment for Shavasana. Staying with your breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Allowing yourself to feel your feelings. Not pushing them away. And just observing your thoughts. Try not to get wrapped up in them. Good job. Then slowly make your way into a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked this video and I hope it helped you feel a little bit better. Please like, subscribe, share, check me out on Instagram if you like. And until next time, may love and light be yours. Namaste.